Okay, so our next speaker is just 16 years old, but she already has a lot of accomplishments to mention in her curriculum. She studies at Budapest Vasudi Evangelikus School and has been supported by Valkó Csaba and Szőke Tamás, her mentors from Ez a Beszéd Toastmasters Club Szeged, and she is going to give her best on the stage today. She describes herself as an introvert, but strangely, at the same time, she finds some kind of peace in presenting in front of others. She actually did it many times before in different presentation competitions and in the environmental quiz show called Zajlott, where with the school team she could manage to win the whole season. She is also in love with designing and painting. In her motivational letter, she was introduced herself in the following way. I am young, I laugh loudly, I am scared of walking by huge crowds and on old bridges. I am sometimes edgy, and the other 90% of the time I am very warm-hearted. I love analyzing psychological books and watching Netflix with English audio and German subtitles. So please welcome on the stage Valkó Doroti, who is going to give her speech with the title, Where is My Little Girl? Woo!
There's my little girl. Don't allow that smile. You make every day brighter and brighter, my little girl. Now, what's with a sad face? I mean, I have been looking at your grades and they are not as what they used to be like. I mean, I'm a good parent. I do everything in order for you to be happy, for you to be successful. My little girl, we don't even talk anymore. Where is my little girl? Based on statistics, only 20% of children ages from 5 to 16 dealing with severe mental health issues are actually being diagnosed of having them. But you might ask yourself, what about those other 80%? Those 80% of children dealing with mental health issues stay in the bubble of unrecognized feelings, staying in the mindset where feelings and emotions, which contain a negative impact on them, stay under the surface. See, when I was a preteen, I was having a pretty tough time socializing, but not particularly socializing, dealing with myself, becoming a teenager, leaving my childhood behind, and starting to mature, starting to develop and become a young adult. But even though that I was having a pretty rough time, adults, parents, teachers, family members all around me kept telling me those negative features about me. I mean, it's fine. It's fine that they kept telling me those things, but they never really focused on how I was doing. They never really looked at the reason behind those things. See, them telling me my negative features didn't have a good impact on me. It just kept striking down and down, lower and lower, for me to stay in that bubble. Here I am today to bring a light to this issue and share a solution, because it is really important for us in order to have a well-developed and emotionally aware generation. The problem is that nowadays we have these devices in our pockets, right? Our phones, computers, laptops. We keep distracting ourselves. We take this phone and we keep sending information back and forth, 24/7. And not even realizing that these devices in our hands distract us from reality, from facing these manners. Why don't we take things in our own hands and work together as a team? Let me invite you for us to work as a group. Let's start communicating. Let's start talking to each other. And I'm aware of it. It is not easy, parents, teachers, for you to reach out to your children and have the ability, have the relationship for them to trust you with those problems. But going out on journeys and adventures might help them release the stress and open up. See now, what's with all the sad faces? I mean, I've been here telling you this the whole time. I have been bringing light to this issue, and now everyone in the audience is surprised. Do you remember that little girl? She's right here. She has always been right here. That little girl is going through the journey of life, containing highs and lows. It is an emotional roller coaster for her. And you can either decide to take that little girl's hand, take it and hold it through that journey, or you can decide to let her down and do things her own way. The thing with my generation is that we hide and run away from our problems because we have the ability to. Let's start working together and building these blocks to develop a well-mannered and emotionally intelligent generation for the future. Since I believe that whether I would prefer to sit with it than having to long-term live with it, since we own the future.
Really awe-inspiring speech. My question for you is, what do you suggest the parents? What can they do to help their little kids on their journey?
Yeah, thank you very much. I believe that we are currently living in a situation and in a century where we are capable of avoiding our problems, our things that we should face, these struggles. And parents allow children to be distracted by their devices. I enjoy being on my phone and spending time on it, but when it comes to focusing and sitting with my problems, I would now prefer to having to sit with it. And I believe that parents and teachers should spread that fact and knowledge about it, since it is really important for us to have a stable society.
Thank you very much again.